Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a quick look at the MEC in Jackalope. To do this, we'll log in. Next, we'll go to Data Operations, and we'll go down to the manual count entry or manual entry of counts. So this brings us to the home screen for the MEC, and this is where you see a list of the batches that have already been submitted either by yourself or other users, and you can search via site name or in the fields here. And remember, the column headers will vary depending on which agency you're with. So we're going to create a new submission, and to do this you would click New Submission and then enter a name for your batch, and it can be anything you want, and click OK. And I already created one already for this, so I'll click on that. And from this screen we have two different ways to enter the data. Before I talk about that, I do want to point out that some of these fields do auto-populate for you, and the first method I'll talk about is the one-by-one manual, like table entry, and these keyboard shortcuts will kind of help you speed up that process and help you as you do that. So you could enter your site information here, then you would use the tab key to tab to the next field, fill out the appropriate information, and the last field here for the notes. This is where the field collector can add in a note if there's a new development or something like that that they want to pass along. And I will mention that as you finish filling out the final field in this row and you start a new row, that is when the QC triggers and flags would be shown. So any error data would be highlighted, and the user would be required to either add a note or to validate the data in order for you to be able to submit the batch. And the second way that you can submit data is click on the import from CSV and then navigate to a file you want to add. Let's try this, and then you get this pop-up. So here again you would just fill out the information appropriately and then click Start Import. And as your row completes, that's when the QC checks are applied and error data will be highlighted. And again, the user would be required to add a note or validate the data in order to submit the batch successfully. When you're all done, you would click Submit Batch. And then you would get a note advising if your batch was submitted successfully or not. So we click OK. We can then go back into the MEC screen and look and see that this batch status is complete. And that is a high-level snapshot of the MEC in Jackalope. Thanks for watching.